all-day rain yesterday, more rain today means our roadways, no matter what, are going to be wet, a little slick. You'll notice ponding and pooling out there from a couple inches of rain we picked up yesterday. And of course, we are not quite done. That's why we're still under that weather alert. We have this frontal system sitting just off to our south. This low will slowly begin to slide its way over the Cape and the islands and eventually out to sea. But in the meantime, throughout the course of the day today, we'll see periods of steady rain get kicked back until early afternoon. After that point, this low will continue to kick some rain showers back on shore. That's why we'll still see scattered rain all the way through the evening hours before eventually this pulls away. Now, that frontal system, it hasn't brought us a lot of convective storms, meaning an increased amount of rainfall or some heavy to torrential bands leading to flooding, but there is still that possibility, basically tropical moisture associated with that front. So we're still monitoring for the potential of some of those heavier downpours causing some flooding. Although out there right now, again, just your run-of-the-mill wet weather. We're in the mid-60s in New Bedford. Not terribly sticky. This morning it feels humid as our dew points are in the low 60s, but later on today, not all that bad. Very similar look and feel to what we saw out there yesterday. Temperatures nearing 70 with lots of wet weather from start to finish. Now, I've updated our rainfall map. This is the additional rain that we'll be seeing for the remainder of the day today. If you remember back to yesterday morning, our rainfall map was looking between 2 and 4 inches of rainfall over these past 2 days. So what we have left is about ½ an inch to 1.5 inches of rainfall. Doesn't sound all that bad, especially because it's over several hours. So as long as the rainfall stays relatively slow, we shouldn't see too much in the way of flooding. But again, there is the risk of some isolated higher amounts of rainfall, especially at our south coastline and towards the Cape and the islands. So as we look ahead on that forecast track, again, we will see some dry skies at times, but most of us just see scattered showers for most of the day, especially heaviest towards the Cape and Islands, and also portions of the Mass Pike will be seeing a lot of rain today. Noontime, still tracking scattered showers, some heavier bands of rain possible again, and we'll still be tracking for the potential of flooding through about your noontime hour. All this eventually pulling away and offshore as we head through the overnight hours. Now, tomorrow, it's a slow trek towards sunshine. We start off Wednesday morning mostly cloudy in the lower 60s, but we actually head towards much brighter skies by the afternoon as we get closer to that 80-degree mark or so. So a nicer day shapes up tomorrow, helping to dry out all this rain that we've been seeing. In the meantime, for this evening, as the storm system pulls away, some gustier conditions are going to be picking up. Not terribly windy, but we'll see a 20 to a 30 mile per hour gusty wind, especially as we head towards this afternoon and evening. And again, that easterly to northeasterly wind direction is what we'll be seeing. That's why it feels so chilly out there today. Along with a lot of rain and clouds, we'll be seeing these gusty conditions get kicked back on shore. After that, we're drying out. High pressures building in for us Wednesday and Thursday. 2 nice dry days for our next potential of some showers and storms. Mainly, it's looking like Friday is our next best bet of that. Friday afternoon and evening could bring some showers and storms. In the meantime, nice and dry Wednesday through the first half of Friday, and temperatures are heating up too. Thursday and Friday, the humidity drives up, so do our temperatures in the upper 80s. After a few showers and storms Friday afternoon and evening, looking like so far so good for our upcoming weekend. It is still coming down. We've got that Storm Team 10 weather alert in place for the potential for some flooding. Not a guarantee that we'll be seeing it, but that flood watch does continue until this afternoon across the strait and all of the state rather, and all across southeastern Massachusetts as steady rainfall continues to come down. Now, our biggest concern out of this system is a stalled out front off to our south, and it has this tropical plume of moisture associated with it. So we are tracking the potential of some of these heavier bands making their way on shore. And some areas are actually seeing that this morning out towards the Cape. Some of the Vineyard getting into some of those tropical downpours, Nantucket as well. Some of Buzzards Bay, all the way through Falmouth and into Mashpee. Some of those heaviest rain showers right now. The rest of us are seeing scattered rain, but this continues all day, so we'll continue to stack up rain totals. So we're talking about big ponding and pooling for your morning commute and all the way through the afternoon and evening as well. We could see anywhere from another ½ inch of rain to another 1.5 inches or more as temperatures near 70 again today. Coming up, I have more details on all of this rain and when it clears. Back to you.
All right, Christina.